Passengers stood frozen in the long security line at Miami International Airport, their chatter silenced by the sudden flicker of lights. A chilling gust of wind swept through the terminal, though no doors had opened. Amid the bustling chaos of one of America's busiest airports, something felt undeniably wrong, as though the air itself carried a warning. Do not proceed. Claire Evans, a 27-year-old travel journalist, had arrived at Miami International for what should have been a routine layover. Her connecting flight to Bogota was delayed, leaving her with an unexpected 6-hour wait. Armed with her laptop and a half-finished coffee, she decided to find a quiet corner to work. Her spot near gate D19 seemed perfect, oddly deserted, considering the packed terminal around her. The area was dimly lit. The overhead announcement speakers crackled intermittently, and the distant hum of escalators echoed through the corridor. Yet, Claire's instincts told her she wasn't truly alone. As Claire typed away, her attention was drawn to an elderly woman sitting a few rows away. The woman's eyes were fixed on Claire, unblinking, her lips moving as if muttering words Claire couldn't hear. Feeling uneasy, Claire tried to dismiss it, assuming the woman was just eccentric. But then her phone buzzed. A notification popped up. D19 is not safe. Leave. It wasn't from a number she recognized. In fact, there was no number at all, just a blank sender. She laughed nervously, thinking it must be a prank. But when she glanced back at the elderly woman, she was gone. The chair she had been sitting in was empty, but a faint, lingering indentation on the seat made it clear she had been real. A quick survey of the area showed no sign of her. How could someone move so quickly without a sound? The intercom crackled again, and a distorted voice emerged, repeating the same phrase 3 times. Flight D19 is boarding now. Claire frowned. She knew there was no such flight. She had checked the departure screens earlier, and gate D19 wasn't assigned to any flight tonight. She glanced around, searching for airport staff, but found none. The nearby screens were now flickering with static, and the once bustling terminal had grown eerily quiet. Deciding she needed to leave the area, Claire grabbed her bag and started walking back toward the main concourse. But as she passed the gate's glass doors, she caught a glimpse of the tarmac outside. Her heart skipped a beat. A plane was parked there, its fuselage ancient, rusted, and covered in streaks of something dark. The tail number was faded, unreadable. The plane's windows were pitch black, yet she could feel eyes watching her from within. The jet bridge extended to the ghostly aircraft, as if beckoning passengers to board. And then she heard it. Faint footsteps behind her. Slow, deliberate. Turning sharply, Claire saw no one. But as she strained her ears, she could hear whispers. Words that didn't make sense. They were in a language she didn't recognize, but their tone carried an unmistakable warning. Panicking, she bolted toward the main terminal, but no matter how far she ran, the corridor seemed endless. The lights above her dimmed further with every step, and the sound of footsteps, many footsteps, grew louder behind her. Finally, she stumbled upon a janitor, an older man pushing a mop cart. Gasping for air, she grabbed his arm. "Please, help me. Something's wrong at gate D19. The man's face turned pale. He looked over his shoulder, as if making sure no one was listening, and whispered, "You shouldn't be here. That gate, it's cursed." "What are you talking about?" Claire demanded. The janitor hesitated before continuing. "Years ago, there was a plane, Flight 407. It departed from gate D19 but never reached its destination. They say it disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle. No wreckage was ever found. Since then, strange things happen here. People hear voices, see things that aren't there, and some never leave. Claire's stomach churned. "That's ridiculous," she stammered, but her voice lacked conviction. "Go now," the janitor urged, gripping her shoulder, "before it's too late." Claire sprinted back toward the main terminal, her surroundings growing increasingly surreal. The bustling crowds she had seen earlier were gone, replaced by shadows that seemed to move of their own accord. The once bright screens now displayed distorted faces, their mouths open in silent screams. She reached an escalator leading up to the concourse, but as she stepped on, it ground to a halt. A voice echoed through the terminal, low, guttural, and impossibly close. "Claire, join us. Her name." How did it know her name? She turned and saw them, a group of shadowy figures standing at the base of the escalator. Their features were indistinct, but their eyes glowed a sickly yellow. Among them was the elderly woman she had seen earlier, her face twisted into a malevolent grin. Claire screamed and stumbled off the escalator, darting into a restroom to hide. She locked herself in a stall, trembling as the footsteps grew louder outside. Suddenly, the lights in the restroom flickered and went out. In the darkness, she could hear breathing, raspy, labored, and right outside her stall. A single word was whispered, sending chills down her spine. "Bored." Hours later, airport security found Claire's belongings near gate D19, her laptop, her coffee cup, and her boarding pass. But there was no sign of Claire herself. Surveillance footage showed her sitting near the gate, staring intently at the empty jet bridge. At precisely 3:33 a.m., the cameras glitched, and when the feed resumed, she was gone. Rumors spread among airport staff about another victim of the D19 curse. Some say they've seen her walking the halls late at night, her face pale, her eyes vacant, as if searching for something or someone. Next time you find yourself at Miami International Airport, keep an eye on the departure screens. If you see a flight listed for gate D19, do yourself a favor. Don't go near it. You might not make it back. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. And remember, the next time you travel, watch out for the gates where reality starts to bend, because you never know what might be waiting for you.